Today we're going to go over Bashiva in Total War Warhammer 3. Now I got into the Creative Assembly Creator Program, so every now and then I would make Total War videos or any game Saga or Sega makes. So this, I'm going to cover Bashiva. Now I've been playing Bashiva for the past 3 days. Every sponsored content creator has been playing this for 3 days. And let me tell you what I think of her campaign. So let's go over Bashiva real quick. So most of you guys watching the video are not Total War fans. But how does she compare to every other unit that's been released recently? So those of you guys who are watching this video just for the Total War aspect of it. Like you know Total War Warhammer 3. She's just as broken as any other unit that has released recently. If you're a veteran player, she is brain dead. Compared, just like every new unit compared to Warhammer 2, compared to Warhammer 1. Like her faction effects, her units, everything about her, it's like a slightly weaker T'Challa campaign. While she's not strong, her Tiger Warriors are. So let's go over her faction effects. So she has this Caravan mechanic and the limited number of Lords and Cathayan units, which is the same like all the other limited units like Chaos Dwarves or whatnot. Now, the important thing is the Lord effects, which is Tiger Warrior Army, Speed, and White Tiger. Now, in my opinion, the Lord effects don't matter that often because if you're a metagamer, if you're following any guys like Legend of Total War, even though he doesn't make content anymore, he makes great videos. These Lord effects are always useless because if you're playing the game optimally, you will have like 10 fucking armies. And Bashiva is just one out of the 10 armies. So this does not matter in the long run, just in early game. Now, if you are playing her in early game, it's nice. It's quite nice because you will set up ambushes. The speed is nice because you want to close in with your Tiger Warriors. Now let's go on to the next part of the video. One thing I would like to point out in this DLC is that you are limited to how many active Lords is to prevent you from snowballing too hard early on. In order to increase your army cap, you have to do the Armies of Shang Yang mechanic, which is unlocked after the first couple of battles. So this is how you increase your unit cap. The first upgrade is 250, then it's 500 Iron Favor. To get Iron Favor, you have to do missions. Missions by Shang Yang or capture certain cities. So it's a combination of dwarf judges, grudges, and a combination of Greasif's go-to mechanic in his missions. Now, there are other things you can buy with Iron Favor, such as unit upgrades. However, these are insignias. These aren't permanent upgrades. They're just, think of it as items. You can buy one item to equip to each unit. Each unit can only hold one item or one insignia. And these insignias are very strong. Think of it like the Orc faction. Those of you guys who play the Greenskins, it's the same as their scrap armor upgrade. Except for you only choose one. However, if you do buy them, you are inting yourself by not expanding your armies fast enough. If you're a metagamer, you will always be in need of increasing your army cap over any unit upgrade. By the time you can afford the next army cap, let's say you're playing a campaign like a metagamer, you will have so much money that you can afford 2 more armies the next time you unlock an army cap without buying a single insignia. So every point you spend on buying insignias is just the slower your expansion is. So that's just a metagaming problem. That's not the fault of the developers. Well, in terms of designing this DLC system. Because, again, the game's been out for how many years? And for over a decade if you count Warhammer 1. So we already min-maxed the game. It would just expand. So yeah, if you're playing optimally, your money will scale faster than your armies will. Next, let's go over the flag mechanic or the Tiger Court. Now, there are 3 main flags: Teaching of Camus, Prophecy of the White Tiger, and Way of the Thousand Gods. So, the best flag to start off with, the middle one. The first flag is an insult to the average Total War gamer. It is the worst flag out of all 3 flags. Why is this the case, players? It's a fucking ambush speed flag, mostly. And let me tell you, exactly 10% of you, or less, is gonna use ambushes as Bashiva. It is nice. None of you guys play ambush the way the meta is for Total War. Unless you're doing it for fun. I know you fucks. I know people who play Total War Warhammer. You guys are gonna ambush once, maybe twice, an entire campaign, and lie to your friends, and be like, oh, ambush is so nice, I ambush all the time. When in reality, you ambush once or twice in crucial battles, and then you just rush auto-resolve, because you win the game by turn 30 to 50 anyway. This doesn't matter. The only thing good about this flag is the bottom effects at level 3, which is replenish 15% campaign movement range after winning a battle. This don't need this. Don't need to nerf a target army movement range and stuff. You're gonna win anyway. These are the level devotions, meaning every point you put into these. How do you get relics, players? You capture them on the map. Random cities and settlement, like this one, will have this fucking green shit. And that's how you get the relics. Now, what's the middle one and why is it so good? The middle one is leadership and vigor reduction. Alliance points, allied recruitment costs. Yeah, it's insane. And these effects, iron reinforcement and the replenish, it's also extremely strong. Right here, passive gain, regeneration, battle healing crap increased by 50%. This is insane. Now, the last flag is also insane. As someone who played through the campaign and playing it over again when the patch hits, because there are a couple bugs that they need to patch. So this is very good. This is probably better than this one, endgame. But the reason why I don't put value in this is because at the end, this is a global recruitment cap and global recruitment duration flag, which means it's a more of an end game flag. You want this in starting leadership and vigor reduction flag first, and you pivot to this end game, because global recruitment capacity and duration is broken. It is great in almost every fashion, because again, if you're playing meta, you're pushing your armies at the 4 corners of the world, dominating everything beneath your feet, crushing the world map. You're going to need to replenish your foreign armies repeatedly. However, unlike other factions, there's an army cap, as I established earlier. There's an army cap, and it's very expensive to upgrade it early on. So you can't take full advantage of that flag early game. So an example of how ridiculously easy this campaign is. This is the very first battle on very hard mode. They literally have five units, like typical, but it's just fucking ogres and stuff. And this is your starting army. Okay. So how the caravan mechanic works. So it's a simplified, well, with some changes, version of the Chaos Dwarves. The Chaos Dwarves, in my opinion, is so much better, because you balance more materials. Right here, it's just gold. It's just gold. You set your destination. Obviously, the farther, more dangerous destinations are better, but at a cost of journey time. And at the start, you're capped to 1,000 gold, but it raises a lot higher. As always, like in every new campaign, later on in the campaign, this will reach like hilarious numbers. You can maintain your entire economy off of just caravans if you like to. Because, again, endgame in any faction is always completely broken. So I can make this video boring and talk about the skill trees, which I will talk about it at the end of the video. But it's enough about me talking about how Bashiva plays. Now it's going to be me talking about how Bashiva plays while I play footage of how Bashiva plays and all the nice kill animations. Because that's what most people play the game for. A certain segment of us just want to watch the battles. And let me tell you, the animations of the Tiger Warrior and Bashiva is great, as you'll probably see in the clips below. It's just a random battles. So Bashiva is a fucking Super Saiyan. She's fucking Goku. She instant transmission over everyone. Or she's a edgy weeby anime person. You're already dead, kid. She just teleports behind you and kills you and your family. She's great. She's broken. Just like every new Legendary Lore Day release. It should not come as a surprise. I even have her 1v1 Grimgore. By the way, she demolishes 1v1 Grimgore. It came close. She won. Yeah, she's one of a few units that can duel Grimgore, and she's better than Grimgore. Why is she better than Grimgore players? She has nice AoE attacks, and her animations are a lot faster than Grimgore. At least it looks like it. And she fucking teleports. Did I mention she teleports? It's a fucking seizure of pleasure for my eyes. I love it. I love Bashiva. What about Taoyuan? I can't pronounce the name right. If I butcher it, I'm sorry. I'm only 1/16th Chinese. Okay? I can't pronounce these names. Taoyuan is also great. It's also a great unit that you unlock, that every Cathy faction can unlock. And let's go over the Tiger Warriors. That's right. Like every DLC faction, they're stronger than the regular base factions in the game. They have extremely high melee attack, which means they don't miss like a blind monk. However, their weakness, they have they're very swishy. They're very swishy despite all their physical resistance. However, in exchange, they have a lot of healing sources, and they demolish pretty quick. Their upkeep, however, is 170. So it's not like they're cheap. It's 170 gold a turn. It's more of a moderate range of unit upkeep compared to the peasants. You can afford 3 peasant upkeeps for every 1 Tiger Warrior. So they're not really a chaff tier unit for the regular Tiger Warrior. However, I have to mention that the tier 4 Tiger Warriors, the Guandaos, are my favorite unit in Cathy as of now, because I'm a huge Dynasty Warriors fan. I'm a huge Warring Kingdoms, the 3 Kingdoms fan. I'm a huge Guan Yu fan, like everyone who talks about that. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to Dynasty Warriors and the 3 Kingdoms. I like what everyone else likes. What every other Asian in the world likes. Guan Yu. Everyone likes Guan Yu. Everyone likes seeing the weapon in action. And I'm no exception. But the animations are great. They really outdid themselves. And the unit is strong as fuck. Why is it strong as fuck? The attack animation is probably one of the best I've seen in this game for any unit. For any melee unit. Because the reach of their Guandao is insane. They don't get stuck. I've been playing this for, again, 3 days. And I haven't seen a situation where I'm like, come on, random one unit. Just hit the other unit. They're 3 feet in front of you. And they just stand around like a fucking idiot. Like saying, where flares? Where are they? Show me where they are. Let me at them. They're right in front of you. I've never had that issue. I think it's because their weapon is so long that their animation doesn't get interrupted. They do a lot of damage without looking like it. More than like even Chaos Warriors, like the chosen Chaos Warriors, because their animations, they never get interrupted. In my experience, I think they're probably one of the most broken melee units in the game, just solely off their animations. Because, at least for me looking at them, they're the only unit where I look in melee and it doesn't give me a brain aneurysm. There's a reason why everyone uses range units in this game. Because when you use a team for an army full of melee units, you're going to give yourself a brain aneurysm just watching the battle play out. If you're just zooming in, you're just watching your units just standing there, and you're like, half of you guys aren't getting paid today, motherfuckers. I've seen you in that battle. Bob on the 3rd row, 2nd column. You didn't swing your weapon once. I looked at you, Bob. I've been looking at your performance the entire 30-minute battle. You didn't swing your weapon once. You sort of half swung, and then you stepped 3 steps back. So you, Bob, get the fuck out of my army. That has never happened to me with these Guandao Tiger Warriors. I've been watching them. I've been watching them like a manager at an Arby's. Okay? So this is the Caravan skill tree, in case you guys were curious about this. So right down here, we got the shortcuts, the Wayfinder, chance of being ambushed. Again, this is pretty bad. The casualty replenishment rate is very good. Sale value is good, and cargo capacity is good. And then you have your typical red, blue, whatever skill trees for all buffing your units. Shortcut events, and you pick between these two options here. Now, chance of a double move is just what a chance is, like double distance for each caravan travel, or maximum cargo capacity. While playing this, I had a couple of caravans. Smuggler space, in my opinion, is better for my playstyle, because I hate picking shortcuts or getting shortcut events. I just want maximum capacity, set and forget. So this is just a spell resistance, missile resistance, wound instead of killed, and this is the mod I'm running for Mentor. Oh, no, this is not the mod or Mentor, this is just regular Mentor. That's my bad. So, in case you're curious about the regular skill trees, this is Predatory Instincts, base damage, fight fire with fire, flaming attacks and flame resistance, again, as Legend of Total War covered. This is actually kind of bad because you're situated close to the Chaos Dwarves. Well, relatively close. If you're playing a long campaign, you're going to fight the Chaos Dwarves at some point. And they have fire resistance. So this is kind of unfortunate. So this is the armor buff. This is quite nice for your Tiger Warrior units. You're going to grab all of these anyway. So campaign movement range. And finally, this final skill tree, in case you're interested, which is more flaming attacks for your entire army. So you gotta befriend the Chaos Dwarves, or else it's gonna be quite difficult. Now, it's not gonna be difficult for anyone new, but if you're new to Total War series and you're fighting Chaos Dwarves, and you're using fire units against them, and you're fighting their fucking tanks, which has fire resistance or whatever, or their siege equipment, and you're wondering, why aren't my fire attacks working on these fire resistant monsters? You know why. Okay. Next, let's go over these Claw Speaker skill tree. So, movement range, hit point, it's worthless. I'm never going to use him to camp. Spell resistance. Spell intensity. Immortality. Mentor. Spell resistance. Boring. Buff. Units. Passive. Wild Heart. Power recharge. Again, it's whatever. Oh, this just won the Flock of Boon. 6 mana. Good against armor-piercing units. I don't really play buffs that much. And this is just... Is this a triangle attack? No, this is the 500 and explosive damage. It's okay. Let's see what the good spells are. Debuff. Summon unit. Transformation of Kodan. And even a Celestial Lion. I'll try that. Arcane Counted. And these are just the regular skills. Okay, what's the middle skill tree? This is a buff, but you cannot pick this. So either buff for all Tiger Warriors, their damage, or what's this buff? A magic skill tree. I'll probably prefer this. What's the last one? Oh, never mind. Oh, this is only casting. Ward. Huh. I like this skill tree and this skill tree the most. And let's go over Bashiva. So, this is usually the same as just buffing Tiger Warriors and shit. Oh, the Sky Junk. Sky Lanterns will never be good, dude. And these just regular things at the bottom here. I'm not going to go over that. Campaign movement range refreshes are like Scar brand. Hidden Huntress. Any movement range. Tiger Warriors again. Ooh, Allegiance points. Probably team up with the Dwarves. And maybe Bretonia. And I'll kill the elves. I hate elves. Okay, and her quest battles. Yep. So this is past flares here. Or flares as he's just starting the DLC. So I'm going to re-record this, my reactions to the skill tree of the Tiger Warriors first. So obviously you have your military and your provinces. Your provinces is going to be your economy. I always invest in the economy. So I would obviously choose this. So let's read the rest of the skill tree. Okay, construction costs. You don't build defense buildings if you're playing meta, because you're just gonna expand until you have no defensive line basically in any meta playthrough of Total War. Any Total War content creator, any Total War streamer would tell you that defense is almost always worthless. Because again, your armies are gonna keep pushing and pushing to the end of the world because, you know, endgame or progression is a joke. It's not like Shogun 2 where you have to turtle. You just keep pushing. So there's no reason to defend if you already have an army everywhere. So control -2 in enemy provinces. Again, this, unless you're running mods, is completely worthless. Control -2 because, again, on higher difficulties, the AI cheats, and they still cheat nowadays with control. They don't care about rebellions. They don't care about attrition. They don't care about anything. All the effects that affects you, the player, will not affect the AI. So this is worthless. Industry. I like money. I'm a greedy bastard. Cooldown on Lord of Yang spells. I like spells too. Let's see if we go down. Oh, Winds of Magic 3. This is Faction 1. This is very good. Cooldown on spells. That's always good. And you can start with Yin Healing. Oh. Magic drop rate. That's very good. Plague spreading. I don't like that. Okay, I'll probably go on actually growth. I like the early growth. Probably go up the growth. Infrastructure. Construction cost. Dude, this side of the skill tree is probably one of my favorites of all the factions in Total War. Because I don't go for the military bonuses ever until end. Because I can rely on just cheesing, corner camping, and all the other strategies to win. I don't need to buff my warriors. You don't need to buff units when you're corner camping or you're abusing the AI, which is what I like to do. Again, if you are actually playing the game fair, you will probably buff up the military. I don't play the game fair for the AI. I'm just scrolling over so you guys can slow down and read it. This is just defense supplies up here. This is nice, though. This is nice. The Bulwark against Chaos. Cooldown. Tradable resources. This might be good if you're playing casual. Caravan size increase. I'll look at Caravan later. Ooh. I like this skill tree a lot. This is like one of the better skill trees, in my opinion. Okay, let's go over military, because I have never looked at this yet. So, missile strength. Oh, that's I like range. Everyone likes range. What am I saying? Everyone likes range units. Everyone just wants to watch their guns just cut down enemy lines. Ammunition. Are these going to make peasant archers viable? Probably not, but we'll see. Range increase for gunners. I think this is the skill tree everyone's going to go down under. But let's go up here. Defensive formations. Ability uses for bound war compass units. It's too expensive. Because if you're watching anyone, play the game, these units are too expensive. You're just going to flood the map with chaff. With just 1,000 shitters. And you're going to drown the world in your 1,000 shitter armies in the higher difficulties. Because you're just, again, expanding at breakneck speeds. Yeah, I would not go under this. This is good against fighting Chaos Dwarves and stuff. But that's like for like mid-end game. Because I'm probably going to push into Cathay first. Even though he's not lore accurate, I'm a metagamer. I'm going to take over Cathay first in this campaign. Vigor loss. Yeah, all of these doesn't matter to me. Because I'm never going down this skill tree. By the time I get access to this skill tree with my gameplay style, I already won. Every Total War campaign, you typically already basically won by turn 30 or 40. I don't see any difference from this. So, final opinion on the DLC. Even though I'm, sponsored. I think it's worth the value. I think it's worth the value because any of you guys, if you guys are watching this, you're already addicted to Total War. You're going to buy it regardless of watching this video or not. Regardless of watching the video, the fact you click on this video, you are probably going to buy the DLC anyways. Even if I tell you guys, but if you buy this DLC, Bhashiva will go in and skin your own family IRL. You guys are going to buy this anyway. You're a fucking addict. That's why you found this video randomly. You already Googled Bashiva Overview, Bashiva Guide, Bashiva Thoughts to come across this video. You are too far gone. Stop lying to yourself. What the fuck is wrong with you? Asking me, should I buy this DLC? You lying motherfucker. The fact you stomached 30 minutes of this fucking video and got it to this point of the video, your credit card was already out, motherfuckers. You can't get out. I can see your screen. I'm looking right into your room right now. Your credit card is already halfway out of your wallet or purse, and you're just watching this video, and you're thinking to yourself, I need justification to buy it. Anything good I say, you were going to buy anyone. And if I tell you not to buy it, you were going to go, that guy must be wrong. And you're going to look up Bashiva Guide again and watch another video until you find someone to justify your poor spending habits. I know what the average gamer thinks. So I'm going to save you the trouble. Just buy it. You were going to buy anyway. You don't have to look at another video. Just swipe your cards. Let your inhibitions run wild. You fucking degenerate. But it's good value. It's hundreds of hours. You're probably going to play it. But let's be honest here. That is just a justification. That is just a justification you will use and every content creator will use. I'm just going to be honest about it. It is good money for a dollar. But I know the average Total War gamer. A lot of my friends are average Total War gamers. So, you're going to say, wow, if you calculate it out, this is just like X number of cents an hour of this 60 to 100 hours campaign. But we all know what you are. You miserable, dirty pile of secrets. Half of you guys are going to buy this DLC and never play Bashiva. Whenever a new DLC comes out, you buy the pack, You buy the pack, and you go back to play your favorite factions regardless. You're going to go back and play Karl Franz. You're going to go back and play Dark Elves. And you are never going to touch this DLC, or any DLC, but you'll swipe and buy it anyway. You'll swipe and buy it anyway, because you're going to lie to yourself. You're going to lie to yourself in your darkest heart of hearts. And they say, like, in the future, I will play Bashiva. You won't. But the devs appreciate your support anyway. Flares out.